Good morning, folks, and welcome to another edition of Lumberjack Logic live from the car. I'm on my way down to the Twin Cities to meet with my good friend George Behizzy, as he is known. He is out here in my state of Minnesota visiting some friends. So I'm going to go down there and see him. We're going to do a special live stream today together. I'm going to actually meet the guy in person. We just meet online. We talk. My friend Brian has spent some time with him out in Michigan. My friend Nick ran into him as well. But I haven't gotten to meet him in person, so I'm excited to meet George in person. But there's some great news coming out today, and I wanted to share that with you. Also, I did drop a video on Michigan. I see Fallen on. Good morning to you. Yeah, please do smash that like and chat in with where you're from. Really does help get the stream out there. But I did drop that video on Michigan. If you haven't seen that, you're going to want to check that out. I think I scheduled it for 4 in the morning. I actually made that video yesterday. But a great story coming out of Michigan and all that's going on around the country to clean up voter rolls and to move forward with the election integrity movement. It's very, very encouraging that people are not asleep at the wheel right now. I got somebody on from Georgia. You got work to do down there, the Arena Uncensored. So anyways, but here's the scoop. If you haven't noticed, every outlet's pushing Nikki Haley. Nikki Haley by 17 in the latest Fox poll. Yes, that's right. Nikki Haley can beat Joe Biden. She's your answer, people. Nikki Haley, she's the one. She's the one. 17 points. Let me give you some numbers here from the newest poll, not from Fox News, okay? Donald Trump leads Biden in several critical swing states. This is the Bloomberg News Morning Consult poll. Certainly not a bastion of right-wing polling, okay? Dalton George is on. Good to see you, Mark. Yes, do smash that like, chat in with where you're from. Thank you. Here we go. Here's the swing states. Arizona, Trump +4. That's outside of the margin of error. Georgia, Trump +6. Outside of the margin of error. Michigan, Trump +4. That's outside of the margin of error. Nevada, Trump +3. That'd be right in the margin of error. North Carolina, Trump +9. Pennsylvania, Trump +2. That would be inside the margin of error. Wisconsin, Trump +4. There you go. So I don't care if, at the end of the day, Trump's probably going to need to win by 17 to actually win. That's the reality that we're dealing with right now. But Nikki Haley is not the answer. And here, I'm going to give you guys an analogy, a story out of my own life that I think will really help with this. And I think will make sense to you. So first I want to talk a little bit about Vivek Ramaswamy did a town hall last night. And it was good. It was beyond good. The, what's her name? Abby, the lady from CNN, kept interrupting him. Just kept interrupting him. It was terrible. I'm going to actually make a video out of that video with some commentary because I've got a lot to say on that. Because he actually brought up, so she asked him about a J6er who actually, who mentioned some words that he had said in his court case. And she said, aren't you concerned about this guy? And then she tried to, list all his heinous crimes. And he said, no, you know what I'm concerned about? He said, and if you would have told me that 3 years ago that the reality was that feds were planted in the crowd and all this stuff, he said, I wouldn't have believed it. I would have thought it was some crazy conspiracy theory. But now as I've really started to look into things, I found out that that's actually true. That's the beautiful thing. See, Vivek is doing Trump's work at these debates and at the town halls on CNN. Trump doesn't need to go there. Trump continues to win in spite of the fact that he's not there. But, and I want to preface something here, people. It is a free country. I love you. I respect you. I know that there are people who watch my channel who think Ron DeSantis is the answer. That's fine. And you don't need to insult them. Okay? You win them over with the truth of the issue. Okay? People probably think Nikki Haley's okay. Whatever. You guys do what you want. Okay? There is only one choice, though. I'm just going to lay out my case here. You can vote for whomever you want. But what Vivek said, and he brought up the Whitmer kidnapping and the people there that were, entrapped. Okay, the FBI literally, I covered this story a long time ago. 3 people charged with all these heinous crimes. Oh, yeah, he's out to... these people were out to, kidnap and destroy and kill Governor Whitmer and all this. It's just all a bunch of crap, people. Smash the like if you would. Now we got 221 people on, so we can get this thing really pumping if somebody smashes the like. But he brought all that up because it was entrapment. They gave these people $5,000 credit cards and encouraged them to do these activities. And the people that were encouraging it were feds. Now, see, here's the thing. Law enforcement isn't supposed to encourage you to commit crimes. They're supposed to discourage you. This seems so obvious, but law enforcement is supposed to discourage you from committing crimes by actually catching you in the act of a crime, not encouraging you to commit the crime. Is this making sense to everybody? I mean, you get how entrapment is wrong, actually encouraging people to commit crimes and giving them 5,000 credit cards with $5,000 limits so they can go buy the stuff to commit the crimes. It's nuts. But he had called all this out, and the moderator was having a freak fest. Her name's Abby. Tell me this. Has Nikki Haley or Ron DeSantis, I won't even bring up Chris Christie because he's so far out there. I mean, I know he's trying to, it seems like he's got romantic infatuations with Nikki Haley now, but he's certainly not going to win. He's not in the fight for second place, even though he thinks he should be one of the only ones on the debate stage. Okay? Here's the thing. Do you think Haley or DeSantis would have called that stuff out? Would have called out J6, would have called out the Fed plot in Michigan with Whitmer? Well, no, they wouldn't have because they haven't. Okay, so they've already proven themselves by their actions. Trump will say it. Trump has said it. Okay, DeSantis. Here's the thing with DeSantis. I believe he won't say it because there's a limit to what he will say in the press. Ron DeSantis will not talk about quote unquote conspiracy theories. He won't do it. He needs the press corps too much. He feels he needs them. It's kind of like old style Republicanism. I'm not saying that Ron hasn't done some great things. I mean, certainly. I mean, for the state of Florida, I'd much rather live there than in Minnesota. Okay, I've said that long time and time again. And I'm certainly not into spreading lies about Ron DeSantis. Probably a fine guy, whatever. He's a typical politician, though. He does things like the whole changing the law so he could run for president down there in Florida. But here's the thing. He's old style in the sense that he will not take on the press corps like Vivek will. He just won't do it. He's going to go up here on Fox News, do some puff pieces. He just won't do it. Haley won't do it because at her heart, she's an authoritarian. Haley, I just can't. I would never vote for Haley. And everybody's like, oh, she's the one. She's how the conservatives are going to win. She's not a conservative. She's a neocon. She's Dick Cheney in 3-inch heels. Okay, so she won't say it because actually she agrees with it. She's an authoritarian. So I don't care if they say Haley's plus 17. She's not. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to tell you how politicians act, and I'm going to compare it to something in my own life that I think you guys will get. I do not, for 1 second, believe in the theory of evolution. You people may disagree with me. The Earth is not billions of years old. And how can they say it's billions of years old? They have no freaking clue. They try to use some sort of fossil record and carbon dating that they can't even prove because they don't have billions of years to prove it. Okay? I can punch all kinds of holes. I've read textbooks on this stuff, people. Their argument sucks. But when I was in school, do you know what I did? I argued with the teacher. I literally stood up and argued. I did this in senior social too about politics and won. And I did it in science class as well. And so, they're talking about how an amoeba is to a fish, is to a frog, is to a reptile, is to a bird, is to a reptile, is to a mammal, whatever. You know that whole thing. And I would debate him. I said, really? You think like there's this big bang and we're amoebas? And I would debate the professor in class. That would have been my sophomore year of high school. When I took the test, do you know what I did? What do you guys think I did when I took the test? I didn't do daily work. So if I would have failed the test, I would have just failed the class altogether. Would have had a failing grade through school, wouldn't have graduated. Okay? And I understood the game enough to know that, you should have your high school diploma if you want to work in the real world, okay? So what do you guys think I did when I took the test? I would debate and argue on the merits of fact, okay? But when I took the test, what did I do? No one's answering. No one can guess what I did when I took the test. Again, I would debate and argue in the class. I would prove that evolution was a false premise, but when it came time to take the test, do you know what I did? I gave them the answers they wanted because I knew that's how they were going to score the test. That's what I did. Here's what politicians do. They're completely opposite. Because once the test was done, I went right back to debating the professor on what the actual facts were and that evolution was crap. Okay? So, politicians, they go out and they debate and they don't tell you the truth beforehand. And then once they get through the test, which I'm going to just call the election or the debates, okay, and they get in office, they go right back to being the person that they were before they had to go past the test. I'll give you a prime example was Barack Obama. He was not for homosexual privileges or homosexual unions or whatever, marriage they call it, okay? He was not for that. He never was for that. But when the election came, when he was in the debates and he needed to pass the test and he knew America didn't want it, what did he do? He kept telling you before he was a chameleon. He kept telling you that, hey, I'm not for this. But as soon as he was elected, he evolved, people. He evolved. There's evolution for you. That's what politicians do. They lie, and then once they're in office, especially Democrats, they use their power. Now, Republicans do it differently. They lie. They tell you that they're principled conservatives, and once they get in, they'll continue to lie, but they never do anything. Okay? That's the culture we need to change. That's why Trump is the only choice, because Trump did not change. He's the first president that I got to vote for that actually kept his promises. He actually kept his promises. He said, I am going to choose from this list of justices for the Supreme Court. And he did. He said, I'm going to move the embassy to Jerusalem. And he did. Constantly, time and time again, Trump kept his promises. You may not even agree with him on everything, but at least you know you're getting what you're getting. And the left constantly tries to take him down. There's only one choice, people. Again, he is up in all these key swing states. I understand all the problems. That's why I ran the Michigan story today. In your state, right now, the biggest thing you need to help and to move forward is cleaning up voter rolls. If you understand anything about elections, cleaning up voter rolls is the number one thing that needs to happen right now. Right now. And they're doing it in Michigan. And I just did a story on it, and you got to check it out. So, anyways, this is so critical, people. 2024 is so critical. There is no other option to me, okay? Again, I'm not going to sit there and run other candidates through the mud with things that aren't true about them. I just won't do it. I won't. You can leave that to other people. You can sit there and shout down everybody who likes Ron DeSantis. I won't. Man, if they live in Florida and they've had DeSantis as a governor, I would think they'd like him. But the problem is he's not even winning in Florida. Okay, does that make sense to you, people? I'm not into that game. I am into the fact that Trump is the best person for the job. He's the only choice right now. And I don't want to go back to neocon conservatism. I don't want to go back to endless wars. I don't want to go back to the Bush-McCain kind of crap that we had to deal with. The Romneys and all of this that are still entrenched in power right now. And they're the demise of anything we want to move forth. Okay, they're the demise of anything good. So again, I'm on my way to the cities. I'm gonna go get together with George of Firebrand Media, formerly Behizi, I'm going to go get together with him. We're going to do a live stream today. Make sure you're subscribed. Turn on your notifications because it's going to be a blast. I mean, it's going to be so fun to meet him. I can't wait. I cannot wait. Anyways, there's all kinds of great stories. I got a whole computer full of them, but I'm sitting in the car. I might be able to pump out another video from the studio down there. All right? Anyways, I love y'all. Keep fighting the good fight. Remember, there is only one option, and you are not going to win people over by blasting them to pieces. Find the people who like DeSantis and win them over with the reality that there is a real problem with the federal government that Ron DeSantis is not addressing. Nikki Haley is a warmonger. I mean, that's just a fact. Just look at her statements, okay? All right? Okay, and go get a pillow from MyPillow for your liberal friends on your list. MyPillow.com, promo code Lumberjack, all right? I love y'all. Oh, somebody said YouTube is not sending out notifications. Here's the thing. I only get 3 notifications. Every creator only gets 3 notifications per day. And I think you have to actually subscribe to a separate set of notifications for lives. I don't know, because I look every live, I don't get notifications, but they only send out. So if I do 6 videos a day, you will not get notifications on 3 of them. Okay? I just want you to understand how YouTube works. 3, that's all I get. So if I do more videos, you're not going to get the notifications on the other 3. That's where you just kind of control that and go check your channel pages, your subscriptions. All right? Love y'all. Peace out.